We're going to say action.
Oh, man, I tell you, I'm so glad about
You have a little clipboard?
it.
Take two.
Okay, so we will open the public hearing for the Wire Newberry project.
I'd like to read into the record the public hearing notice that was published. Notice is hereby given that a public hearing pursuant to Section 859A of New York State General Municipal Law as amended will be held by the Greene County Industrial Development Agency on the 20th day of February 2020 at 8:00 a.m. at the IDA offices located at 270 Manchester Street, Coxsackie, New York, 12051 in connection with the following matter. The Empire Riverfront Ventures project will involve the restoration and adaptive reuse of a formal industrial site on the village of Coxsackie Riverfront. The project will include the development of an event space and a 40-room boutique hotel. The IDA is proposing to provide incentives in the form of an exemption from sales and use tax, mortgage recording tax, as well as payment in lieu of taxes. The pilot is proposed for a 16-year term. The application submitted by the company and relevant supporting documents submitted to the IDA in connection with the project may be reviewed by the public at the IDA offices. Inquiries about the project and the IDA assistance should be directed to Renee Shack, Executive Director. The IDA will, at the above stated time and place, hear all persons with views in favor or opposition to the rendering of financial assistance by the IDA for the project. Minutes of the hearing were made available to the public and members of the IDA, and the notice was dated 1/27/2020. And Peg, you can confirm the public notice was in the paper. Aaron Flack from Empire Riverfront Ventures is here with us today. Obviously, we have no members of the public. What I would add is that in the intervening months, I have gone and met with all the taxing jurisdictions separately. In this particular case, the impacted taxing jurisdictions include Village Coxsackie, Town of Coxsackie, Greene County, and Coxsackie Athens school districts. All entities were favorable to the project, and nobody had any issues at all with the incentive package as structured by the IDA. Aaron, would you like to say anything about it, or a quick update maybe? You got to move over so you're on screen, please.
I just want to thank you guys for seeing the vision, and everything is moving along really good. As you guys know, we received a $2 million grant from ESD. We are working with them to provide all the information for construction purposes, but we're free to hit the ground running at this point. We've got construction documents signed with a construction management company, and we're also working with a hospitality management group.
Yeah, and the board is familiar actually with Justin Smith, with Justin
great,
too,
okay.
so with Prestige.
Yeah.
So I think that bodes well for him.
Yeah, so that he's very interested in what we're doing, and we're working on some details, but we're looking to possibly brand this as a Hilton Tapestry, which is kind of their boutique sort of brand. So no, everything's really moving forward, and I got to tell you, I feel really, really good and confident on this project. There have been times when I've sat down there and wondered if I'm the only person crazy enough to try to do something like this in a relatively small town. But I got to tell you, it's really been going well. The village, the planning board, all the different agencies that I've been working with on this have just been phenomenal, and I really appreciate your help on the property taxes and on the incentives. It's what makes it work, and I just appreciate your vision and being willing to work with us on it.
Okay,
Can you clarify the $2 million grant from Empire State Development, the purpose, what that's intended to help?
Yeah. It's
Support?
tourism and riverfront redevelopment. Riverfront redevelopment is a priority for those guys, and tourism is a big part of their. They're looking to change the image and perception of these smaller communities and towns and urban areas.
So will the grant help you develop to carry out the state's vision, or how it's to be?
We're going to be, part of the grant was a Market New York grant. So we're going to be using I Love New York logos on a lot of our marketing materials. we'd like to eventually get to be a Taste New York site. So we're looking at basically working with the state on any promotional stuff that we can. So I think that brings us a lot of credibility. I think it's good for them, and especially with, having something really attractive on the riverfront in a way that hasn't been done in our area before. They're very interested in that. And when they came down to look at the site, and Renee can tell you, they were, I would say, interested, sort of excited. They're definitely feeling the vision. So,
All the way across the board.
yeah.
Yeah, so just so everyone knows that this is a tourism project. So, and the companies represented, they're likely to attract a substantial number of people outside the area. The village has passed a negative deck, for secret purposes. And that will be given a sales tax exemption, mortgage tax exemption, and I could coordinate with your lender. So we'll do that with Joan, I know her quite well. And then there is a payment loan tax on one of the two parcels. So there's two parcels that we put for the sales tax, but all the payment in lieu of tax would be for the one. The main project where the wire is located.
We added in the powerhouse building, because now you're gonna make that a part of the hotel complex, so that'll, your sales tax exemption will extend over to that too, not the pilot. So, being we have nobody here from the public and no other comments, Eric, we could go ahead and close the public hearing.
So I'll need a motion to close the public hearing.
So,
Second. All those in favor?
aye.
Okay.
Public hearing is closed. Wait, now they gotta start a new meeting.